welcome. Got both of your music libraries and are going to jumble them up, so we're going to see whose is whose. Do you think it'd be pretty easy to tell whose is whose?
I think so, yeah.
Was there a band, when you first met each other, was there a band that you really both connected on? Or
Harry NILSSON.
We kind of bonded over that.
Oh yeah?
When we first became friends.
Yeah, we used to speak about him all the time.
Or what was it about him?
He was like the fifth Beatle, like the Beatles discovered him.
Maybe he'll pop up.
Maybe.
We can hope. That could be on either of your record collection if that comes up. Right, here we go. First song is...
It's like one of my faves because it really reminds me of Glastonbury actually. And there's a charity that was set up for Joe Strummer after he passed away called Strummerville.
Right.
And it's kind of this charity that gets loads of young bands in and kind of like gives them a place to rehearse and play a gig.
Oh, nice.
And at Glastonbury in the Shangri-La, they've got their own campsite, and it's like the coolest place to be at Glastonbury. They've got this like big fire in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And everyone's kind of nice there, you know, like if you're a bit wet and kind of like your denim's all soggy, they'll go and put your clothes on the fire and give you a Baileys. But that song's always playing there.
If your denim's soggy, they'll give you a Baileys.
Exactly.
It's nice, by the campfire. It's exactly what you would have wanted. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's great, it's with young people in bands. How old were you in your first bands? Were you like?
Mystery Jets has been
That's been since you were very young.
Yeah.
Your dad was in the band, right, with you?
Blaine's dad, Henry.
Oh, Blaine's dad.
Will used to run away from school to do gigs, didn't you? He used to sneak out in the middle of the night and Henry would come pick him up in the car.
Yeah. I'd hear the second half of Tales of Topographic Oceans
by
Yes, kind of in the distance coming towards me, some sort of prog rock symphony. I could just sort of hear that. And then the next thing there'd be a tap on my window and I'd sort of bundled down my my bed sheets and I'd climb out with my guitar on my back and then...
I really hope it was your bed sheets. I really hope you genuinely did. You did do that.
Yeah.
I've never met anyone who's done that before. You're the first person I've met who's tied their bed sheets together and climbed out the window.
Yeah. It's a real thing, it happens.
Yeah. Because you climbed out the bed sheets, I also imagine that you put a recording of yourself snoring and
like football
and some lumps in the thing. Just fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's see what the next song is.
When Will and I lived together for a bit,
yeah.
and he'd wake me up every morning by being in his room playing that song, and the bathroom was right next to his room, so I'd just be in the shower and he'd just be reading it to me. So good.
What a sweet relationship.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Just playing the guitar while you have a shower.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Serenading him.
Missed that, man.
Both McCartney fans?
Massive McCartney fans.
What McCartney album was it that you listened to?
1 and 2, and then also the Wings records as well, things like Band on the Run.
Yeah.
Particularly good.
So a lot of people poo-poo him and don't... They're pretty harsh on him actually. He's the one who gets the beating the most.
He was like the one with the personality, wasn't he? So I think a lot of especially kind of my parents' generation.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and speaking to the folks and them just being like, Paul McCartney, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And then always for that I was always just a George Harrison guy.
It's always George Harrison because he's the coolest one to say. I don't think people think about it. People just go, Harrison, and then they walk off going, yeah, nailed it.
I look cool. Yeah.
Once again, nailed it with George Harrison because no one can tell me to shut up.
And there's that whole thing, that Paul is dead.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's great.
Didn't he put that in one of his new songs on the new album?
Did he?
Oh,
He said Paul is dead?
Yeah, I'd keep that going if I was him all the time.
Oh, so good.
I would just every night, if I ever went on an interview or something like that, I'd kind of try and I wear a fake nose or something, but it's exactly the same as my normal nose. And while I was talking, just let it slip a bit and then put it back on. and then have them going, did you all see that? It's not McCartney. It's not him. Okay, here we go.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a party. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
I sung it at my school concert in assembly.
Yeah.
I got a band together.
Well, you got a bunch of mates to sing.
Got the lads, yeah, kind of worked out who was most like each Backstreet Boy, and we sang.
Which one were you?
I can't remember. I think I was like,
Nick.
was he called like? No,
you
I
do
really
it
wanted
all
to be
on-
him. I wasn't really like. There was a blonde kid who had curtains. What's the guy like?
Please not Howie.
Howie. No,
Wait.
I think I made my friend Caleb be Howie.
Caleb.
Caleb, yeah.
That sounds like a Backstreet Boys name.
Yeah.
Can't it just be Caleb?
Maybe it was, yeah.
He's already-
Yeah, can I just be me?
Yeah.
I remember that though. I used to practice it by, it was like the week running up, like it's like big show day, you know, assembly, Friday morning, we're gonna smash it. And I'd practice it by the back door of my house, was where like the CD player was. And then like sometimes with the door open, like, just, you know, like, and I remember like a couple of days after the school concert, my next door neighbor walked past and he was like, hey man, heard you singing the other day, it was amazing. And I remember being like, he was at the show. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it took me so long to clock that he'd just like been in the garden and I just been
Listening
like
to it.
rehearsing, yeah. But it blew my mind. I was like, yeah, he just came to my gig, man. I was like, Mum, you'll never
That's
guess
the
what.
start of it all.
He was at the show. And she was like, really?
That's great. You got to see this.
Yeah.
With a group of you.
That's how we found Jack. We were
Yeah.
we
were at
were
the assembly.
auditioning for people and we just thought we'd check out the school concert and there he was. And we just took him.
Showboat,
You know.
Walking past the back door, hearing him sing. Literally near BACKSTREET, probably. Thanks, guys. Learned a lot about both of you. I think I've learned a lot
What about you?
But it was really nice.
Yeah, cheers, guys. We'll see what the very last song is. This is the song that's going to play us out. Here we go. Last song is.
Gotta get up, gotta get out, gotta get home before the morning comes. What if I'm late? Got a big date, gotta get home before the sun comes up. Up and away, got a big day, sorry can't stay, gotta run, run. Gotta get home, pick up the phone, I gotta let the people know we're gonna be late. We had a good time, babe, till I let my head fall down in my chest.